Hello, 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 hello. Can you guys hear me? Hello. Are you guys able to hear me? Okay, great. I've been messing with this thing for the past 30 minutes. So yeah, I just wanted to come on and say hello to everybody. Happy holidays early. I hope you guys are staying safe. So yeah, there's nothing planned on this session. Uh, just probably answering questions that people ask on the chat. So if you guys have anything you want to talk about, just feel free to leave it in the comment section, and I'll read it and I'll try to respond. Are you a pro gamer? No, I play a few games here and there, but yeah, the setup looks like I play a lot of games. Hey, Steven, how are you doing? Andrew, I don't know. I hope so. I'm just trying to share as much knowledge as I know from my experience with people in the community. So hello everyone. We have 51 people viewing. Wow. Thanks for joining me today. I think this session is going to be short because my kids are asleep right now. So as soon as they wake up, I'm going to have to get off. How many Carolina Reapers equal what? How many Carolina's Reaper equal habanero in heat? Carolina Reapers are much hotter than habanero, so you're gonna eat a ton of habanero to be equivalent to a Reaper. So I'm trying to read the comment section right now, guys. So I apologize if I'm looking in a different direction. I don't sell seeds, guys. So if you want some of the seeds that I have, you can trade it in the pepper lovers community. Sometimes I send them out all the time. I do little fun contests and stuff like that. So I'll send it out in the community on Facebook very often. Can you start growing cannabis? It's not legal in Texas, so I cannot. It probably would be fun. I do grow a few tobacco plants for fun. Uh, Aaron, what's up, buddy? Thanks for joining. Wow. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna read the comment section and see if I can answer some stuff. I did answer about buying pepper seeds. I don't sell those right now. I may sell some in the future, and all of the profits are gonna go into uh, donations. But I'm not sure when that's gonna happen. So right now it's really strange, guys, because in Texas we're in the 60 degrees today, or really high 50s. So I was cleaning my grill outside, and man, it was really warm. So a lot of my pepper plants are still alive. I have some ahi omnicolors. Those are great for growing in cold weather. So they're still alive right now. Let me see. Chad said he doesn't have Facebook. Maybe you can just get Facebook to join Pepper Lover. You don't have to, go on to the site for the other stuff. Just go on for the Pepper Lover stuff. Why bell pepper is hard to grow? I'm not sure. Usually bell peppers are pretty easy to grow because they sprout really easily. Even when you get seeds from the grocery store, they will come up and they should be very easy. I think you need the right condition, like good temperature, somewhere between 70 degrees Fahrenheit to 85 degrees Fahrenheit at the most, and they would do really well. Can you start seeds in a cotton ball? You probably could, but I recommend just doing it in soil. Keep it simple. Soil is the best thing. Just drop the seeds in soil, and seed starting mix if you don't know how to make your own, and they will come up in 5 to 7 days. Bear roots. Okay. What is your favorite pepper? I have so many. I love the Thai peppers. Um, I do. My favorite is Scotch bonnet for sure. And I mean, there's so many. The Jay's Peach Goes is also my favorite. So those are the hot ones. And there's a few of my own that I bred. The lemon Starburst is a great one. So there's a ton. Hey, Lee, Lee Carroll. I recognize you from our community. Wow, there's a lot of familiar names in here. I'm also having a beer on a Sunday, guys. So if you guys have one, cheers. Wow, Netherlands, funky noodles, needles. Yeah, I'm glad you guys can join me. Wow, Algeria, all over the place. Well, good afternoon, good morning, or good evening. What the time zones are. Yeah, so right now, I am in the process of taking a lot of things inside. So I have overwinter plants that I'm working with, and I also grow a ton of vegetable like arugula and lettuce, and they're all under grow light in hydroponic. It's really fun. So I have a few hydroponic projects that are coming up. Wow, South Africa. Hello there. Yeah, so yeah, I'm happy to have you guys join from all over the place. I mean, I guess the internet is the only way to get everyone from all over the world to come together and just hang out. Sweden. uh, I just shop for peppers for overwinter. Any tips? So peppers do really well in warmer temperature, but if you're overwintering, when you overwinter, you don't want them to grow because if they grow too much, they take up all of the space. So what I usually recommend is keep them at a consistent low temperature, like in the 55 degrees Fahrenheit, and just keep it that way. They don't grow much, and they don't drink that much, and they don't, take up a lot of water. So that helps them go through the cold months and not take up a lot of your space. And then when it gets warm, you can take them outside. Facts don't matter. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, I'm glad. Thank you for that. Can you talk about seeds and soil inoculation? Uh, you know, I usually keep things really simple. You start out with a good soil mixture and something that can retain water and also allow water to drain through. When you grow peppers, you want, or anything in that matters, you want to avoid anything that has a lot of clay. So if you have a lot of clay soil, you want to mix in a little bit of sand. You mix in a little bit of the other stuff to allow water to escape. But also you want like some things that you can do straws or peat moss that would keep the water in the soil for longer. That way the water doesn't just run off and you waste it. Or if you have too much clay, what happens is water will stick around like a pool, and that would eventually drown your plants. So you want to start with a good mixture of soil, and that should be it. Keep it really nice and simple. Clay and cement makes, yeah, clay and sand does make cement. You're right. It is true. Why don't my pepper plants won't produce chilies? Is it how old is it? It could be that they're not old enough, or they're not big enough, or if they have a lot of flowers and they're falling off. If your flowers are falling, there are many reasons why. It could be root problem. Like a lot of times when you have too much water and the plant is drowning, it's going to drop all of the flowers. Or if it's too much heat, if your condition is too hot. So as I mentioned, 70 degrees and 8 through 85 degrees Fahrenheit is the ideal temperature for peppers. If it goes up to the 90 degrees Fahrenheit, it's going to start to struggle. So depending on what variety you're growing, the super hot are more sensitive, so they produce better when the temperature drops. If you want something that does well or do well in heat, you grow the Thai varieties, the bird's eye variety, any of those Thai chili or the similar kinds, and they would withstand heat really well, and they will produce basically all throughout the season. Yeah, if they're 4 months old, they're not ready yet. They would start to produce flowers, but sometimes they may drop it. So usually between 5 and 6 months are the best time to allow pepper to produce. But certain variety can produce around 4 months. What's the hardest strain have you ever tried to grow? The hardest strain for me to grow would probably I've always had problem with ricottados. For some reason, when I grow ricottados, because my ricottados they prefer lower temperature, and in Texas there is really hot, so I have to wait until a certain month to start the seed. But then they take so long to grow that by the time they're ready to produce, my season's over. So yeah, ricotta is one of the harder ones. Why don't my Reaper plants grow well? As I mentioned, it could be soil condition, it could be heat, it could be stress. Um, you know, Give it a good climate, warm, good enough warm temperature, and decent soil. But Reapers are really cool plants. They're beautiful. Thank you. Let's see, Manzano. Yeah, Manzano. For those that don't know, they're these apple-looking peppers, and they have black seeds. They do need a really long season, and they also need lower temperature. They don't produce well when it's too crazy hot in Texas. Andrew, yes, I am a fellow Texan, so we're neighbors. Yeah. Okay, let me read some more of the comments, guys. I'm sorry, I get carried away. Poland, hello there. Glad you can join us. Have you ever had any luck solving root rot in hydroponic with peroxide? I have used hydrogen peroxide, and it does help with the root rot because it helps kind of cleans it, and it also helps kill some of the algae. But sometimes you don't need a lot of excess stuff to even heal the roots. All you need is like sometimes when I have root problem, right? What I do is I'll clean out the system, and then I'll spray the roots down and get rid of all the slime, because dead roots create this nasty slime, and it eventually really going to smell really bad. So you want to clean it all out, and then after that, fill it back with fresh water, and if you have an air pump, put an air pump in there and allow it to bubble, and then eventually the roots will come back and it will recover and it become white all over again. So get rid of the dead roots. You can also cut them too. You can cut some of the roots sometimes, and they will come back. As long as it has fresh water, nice and clean, and a little bit of oxygen, the plants will come back if it is not too far gone. Oh yeah, Sean, you trying crossing some strains? Yeah, if you're crossing peppers, I recommend using the cross chart. There's a chili chart, and that way, before you go into doing it, you know what varieties or what particular varieties will work best with each other. Like for example, Chinense works well with Chinense. Annuum works well with Annuum. So if you want to crossbreed them, sometimes it could be very difficult. So look at the chart, and then get an idea before you start going into it. Yeah, if your climate is too hot for reapers, what you can do is you grow it, right? and then just keep trimming it. When it has flowers, just pluck up all the flowers until the climate's cool down a little bit. And once it cool down, and then you can allow it to start to produce. And usually within a month, it'll have from flower to pots that you're ready to pick. So plan it out. Give the a mature pepper about a month to flower and then to produce fruits that you can harvest. Ponton, how are you, buddy? Happy holidays to you. Jesse. Yeah, Pepper Dude. Pepper Dude is Jesse. How you doing, Jesse? Glad you can join us, buddy. I'm still going to join your session on Reddit whenever you're ready. So Jesse and I are going to plan to have a Ask Me Anything session on Reddit. So you guys, there's a Pepper Lovers on Reddit also. So join there, and we're going to go live again one of these days and answer all the questions. Baked on Star Wars. Thank you. I'm glad you learned something. I love sharing information. So if the things that I help you, that I share helped, I'm glad that you let me know. That way I can continue to do that. And if there's things I need to improve on, I'm always ready to learn something new. Okay, so I'm gonna read some more comments. Hey, Morning Gardener. Hey, you know what? I watch your channel all the time, buddy. How you doing? You got like the best singing voice ever. uh, a few people from Algeria. I'm growing one variety from Algeria. I forgot what it's called, but I have it right here. Right here. It's called the Allegria Rogiana. I'm not sure if I said that right. Allegria Rogiana. I think this is one of the variety that a friend of mine gave me to grow from Algeria. So he mentioned that it's a really good variety to grow, and it's very popular there. So that's what I'm doing. Check this out, guys. I'm going to show you something really interesting. So I'm sitting right next to my Aerogarden. You see this here? This is culantro. Culantros are like a tropical herb, and they're very popular in a lot of the southeastern Asian countries. They use this in a lot of stuff, and I didn't know that we can grow this in hydroponics, so I tested it, and man, look at this! It grows amazing. And every time I cut these leaves, they keep growing back. I'm growing this in just a water bottle. You see here? The roots are kind of black because I kind of mistreated it. So I'll show you. Look at this. It's crazy. So every few days I'll feed this nutrients, and it keeps growing, keep growing. And these are really amazing herbs. So if you ever eat pho noodle soups and put some of these in there, man, they are amazing. So grow this if you never had it. Okay. Tastes like soap. Okay, thank you, Abby. I'm gonna read some more comments, guys. So excuse me for a second. I'm not trying to forget. If I missed your comments, please write it again, and I'll try to answer it. Yeah, overwintering plants is great. If you guys have never overwinter plants, I would recommend trying it one time, because pepper plants are usually they're perennial in certain countries, warm countries, so they can grow for some variety can live up to 10 years. Most variety can live up to from 3 to 5 years. So they produce really well in the second and the third year. So if you have never overwinter one, try it, because the second year the pepper plants will surprise you with production. It's crazy. Jesse, I'm sorry, did you say something? I need to scroll up and read it. Let's see here. Oh, Ponton, you banchi some lemon starburst. Yeah, lemon starburst are just one of my favorite all time. They're just beautiful to me. The beautiful yellow color is just amazing. Oh yes, Bow's Grows. The Star Screams is one of the most productive pepper variety that I created in the previous years. I think I'm on F4 now, and they are just amazing. They're really hot, and they produce like crazy. This season, the Star Scream was the most productive plant besides the Lingria. They're just crazy. What got me into horticulture? I don't know. Maybe growing up, my grandfather had a farm in our country, in my back home, and so I'm always out there helping him, like do things, grow corn and stuff like that. So maybe that's why I have this love for just growing things. Period. What would you say the heat rating of the KS Hornet? Oh man, that KS Hornet is crazy. Every time I've eaten one of those, it destroyed me. I would say it's a super hot for sure, but I don't know exactly how hot it is, in Scoville unit. I would probably say it's hotter than a ghost pepper for sure. The Starburst peppers are really easy to get. Everyone in pepper lovers community probably have it. Oh no, I'm not on vacation, Jesse. Maybe vacation, as in like staycation at home. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. Batman, what's up, buddy? Thanks for joining me, Batman. Cheers, y'all. Happy Sunday, and hope everyone's having a good time. It's a beautiful day today. I just cleaned my grill, and I did some gardening work. Man, it's just amazing right now in Texas. I actually am not on vacation, Jesse. I'm just it's just a regular day, not on vacation. But if you need me to make time, I'll make time for you. Yeah, the Batman. I think Batman had the Hornet one time, and he can confirm that it's really hot. If you haven't had lemon Starburst yet, guys, go to Pepper Lovers Community and trade there. What I recommend is go to Pepper Lovers Community and be a part of the family. Don't go in and ask for seeds, because sometimes people, just not going to respond. But if you go in there, start talking to people, post about things, share information or ask questions. People love responding to questions. And eventually you're going to make friends, and they're going to flood you with pepper seeds. Like, there's so many. Let's see. I just did the one chip challenge. Oh man, you're a brave person. Another friend of mine told me that he did the one chip challenge, and he was like on the ground for like 15 minutes, because he's not a you kind of like he doesn't eat a lot of spice, but he wanted to try it. Yeah, Ponton. Uh, do you still use your Aerogarden? Yes, I actually have two Aerogarden running right now. I'm looking over there right now, and I have a Franken pepper tree. If you guys have never seen my Franken pepper, I have one right now in the Aerogarden that I'm working on. It's a white Thai pepper variety with six other different varieties grafted onto it. It's over there right now. I may make a video to show you guys soon. It's beautiful. So yeah, I do grow a bunch of stuff in the Aerogarden. I'm not sponsored by Aerogarden. I just love the unit because it's nice enough to put right next to my workstation, and I do so many things with it. Jesse, I don't play games that much. This is one of my old headset that I use when I still play. Like I used to play Battlefield a lot, and I think I played. Call of Duty once or twice, and that's about it. Yes. Yeah, yeah. When your forearm sweats, you know it's hot. When I eat hot stuff, I think my head start to sweat, and then I get itchy and stuff like that. So that's how I scratch my head. That's how people know that it's crazy hot. Notorious fail. I played Battlefield all the way back to Desert Combat, way back. And then the game has gotten too advanced for me, so I couldn't keep up anymore. It's just too much. But back in the day when it's just 2Ds, like the Desert Combat, oh man, that game was amazing. Oh yes, Battlefield 3 was great too. I'm glad you guys, there's some gamers in here. I'm into a lot of stuff. I do a little bit here and there. I play some games. I do a lot of gardening. I used to do a lot of cycling. I cycle a lot for health purposes. So I do a lot of mountain biking and road biking and all that stuff. So yeah, if anybody has a similar interest, we can share it. Wow, we have 102 viewers today, guys. Wow, it's awesome. Tech support. Hey, Jimmy, how you doing, buddy? Jimmy Pickles, guys. Everybody knows Jimmy Pickles. The man is here today. Okay, I'm gonna go to the comment and see if I can read some more stuff. How often should we change hydroponic nutrients, DWC method, water, and nutrients? Me personally, when I grow, it actually depends. So if you grow stuff that are fruiting, like tomatoes and peppers, those are long growing plants that will grow for like a year if you can keep it alive. So for those, usually in the beginning, like when they're small, I don't change nutrients at all for like 4 or 5 weeks. And then as they get older, they drink really, really fast. So when they get to a full size plant, like a tomato plant, it'll drink a 5 gallon bucket up in like a matter of a few days. So you have to keep adding water or nutrients. And if you keep adding and adding and adding, your nutrients is going to be out of balance. So, I would suggest when you grow tomato, make sure it's more than 5 gallon and change it every 2 to 3 weeks. Make sure it's nice and clean because the imbalance of nutrients and stuff like that can cause problem. It can also lead to root problem. And so if you keep changing it out every two to 3 weeks, that's ideal. Oh, Disco Bear, you got a Specialized Crave. Specialized was one of my favorite brands. I actually have a Specialized Tarmac back in. Uh, Actually, I still have it right now. It's a 2000 and I forgot what year was it. It's a Tarmac. I also have a Cervelo S5, a 2012 version, and that is the best Cervelo ever made, in my opinion. Why did you plant your first pepper? Hmm. Why? I don't know. I've always been fascinated with peppers because, you know, it grows fast. It produces, fruits that you can use, and it's just something that keeps giving. So I guess that's why I love eating peppers and all that stuff. Hey, D Grails, what's up, buddy? Do you notice your Aerogarden plants uh, are much worse because of low light? Yes. The Aerogarden panel is, I think it's only 45 watts. So it depends on what you grow. Usually when I grow peppers in the Aerogarden, I keep it like 2 to 3 inches above the plant because the hood is really, really cool. It won't harm the plants. So pepper needs really intense lighting. So I always keep it like 2 to 3 inches above the plant, and you would get really good result if you do it that way. Isaac, you're growing a whole lot of weed. That's great, buddy. I mean, if it's legal and you can do it, more power to you. Grow, it's always good to grow your own stuff. Yes, nutrients every 2 to 3 weeks is really good. It's kind of a pain to change it all the time, but if you get into the consistent habit of changing it, your plants will be healthy. And 5.9 to 6.0 is usually the magic number for me. I always give my plants, fresh nutrients, and the pH is at 6. Usually, I keep it at 6. Any more than that, I would try to adjust it. What is the best method, best pH for DWC? I would say regardless of DWC or cracky, keep it around 5.9 to 6.0. You can even go up to 6.5, but don't go above 6.5. And don't go below 5.5. You notice brown spot on your tomato plants? Yeah, not only tomatoes, but peppers also. Sometimes the leaves will have brown spots. And when you see brown spots on the leaves, there could be many reasons. It could be imbalanced. Usually it's imbalanced pH, because if you look at the pH chart, right, at a certain pH, the plant is able to absorb the different nutrients properly. So that's why you don't want to go too acidic where it can't pick up some of the nutrients, or you go too neutral, it can't pick some of the nutrients up. So keep your nutrient, your pH balanced, and it will eliminate a lot of the spotting problems that you may get. Is it good to have ladybugs and spiders? Yes, spiders and ladybugs are beneficial bugs. So if you see them, leave them. Spiders will catch basically anything it can catch, even the pests and the good bugs, but they're harmless. So I have a ton of spiders in the garden. I just let them be. They do whatever they want to do. It kind of keep your garden balanced. And ladybugs are amazing insects to have into your garden. They don't stay around unless you give them a really good environment that they can stay. So, for example, you have aphids. The ladybugs will visit. So sometimes, when I grow in the garden, I don't completely kill all of the aphids, because they are a food source for your other plants. So sometimes I know that they are a pain, and everybody hates aphids, and I do too. They're the worst insects in the garden, in my opinion, because they can get out of control quickly. So if I have a small aphids problem, I usually don't worry about it, because all of the other pets, like these these parasitic wasps, they would come and they would just destroy the aphids for me. And I have seen wasps, these huge yellow wasps. They would come out and they would eat aphids also. It's crazy. So it's a food source for some of the bugs. So, if it's not an infestation, sometimes if you have a sort of like a balanced backyard, the pest problem would not be a problem, if that makes any sense. Prescott, yes, thank you. Yeah, if you come to Pepper Lovers community, there's other members that are really, really dedicated to just sharing free information. So there's a lot of really passionate people, like Jesse here, Pepper Dude, um, one of the few that I would say contributed to the greatly to the Pepper community. So infest my garden with aphids? No, no, I didn't say infested. What I meant is if you have a little problem of aphids, don't worry about it. The ladybugs will come and eat them, or the other pests. Other bugs will come and eat them. But if you have an infestation, then you try to get rid of it. And most of the time, aphids in the garden is not a problem. What I usually do, I don't even spray. What I get a water hose and I spray them down, like off the plant, and they'll just go away. Tried growing some weed last year, paying attention to pH. It was not good. Not only pH, but also the right amount of nutrients is also, uh, a big factor on how you grow your plants well. So, each nutrient you use, it on the back label, they will give you a recommended usage. Go with the minimum and then change it up as you go. Test out a few things here and there, and whatever works, stick to that. I've seen all kinds of aphids. I have like the woolly aphid, the black aphids, and the regular aphids, the green one. Every season in the spring, my pear trees will always have those aphids. They come really early, and if it becomes a problem, I get rid of them. But usually I'll just leave them, and the other bugs will come and eat them. A 6.2 and a ppm of 775 okay. It's okay, but it also depends on what you're growing. Some plants require higher ppm, some plants require less ppm. So there's a ppm chart that you can look. You can actually Google it. Said ppm chart for plants, and you will get a list of what you need to know. How long does it take to be accepted onto PLC? It usually takes pretty fast. I'm not sure. Maybe usually a day or two, maybe. Can I crossbreed cayenne pepper with the California Wonder Bell? I think cayennes they may be annual. I'm not sure. Look up the pepper crossing chart, and it'll tell you whatever varieties works well with each other. Jay, what's up, Jay? My buddy Jay. Oh, Batman, thank you for the donation, buddy. Yeah, Jay is one of our admin, Jersey Jay Gardener, one of the best admin we have on Pepper Lovers. He's here today, guys, so say hello. So what does pH and ppm mean? pH is, to keep it simple, ppm is parts per million. That's what it stands for, and basically it's the amount of plant food. Basically, it's just plant food measured in parts per million. ppm is the measurement of how acidic or neutral the water is. So, for example, tap water used is my tap water is I think around 7.8 pH. Neutral water is at 7. That's neutral, and acidic it goes down to the lower. Like vinegar is acidic, so it has a really low pH. So that's what pH is. It's 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 a measurement of how neutral or acidic a certain your water or liquid is. I have tried Carolina Reaper honey. Wow, that's great. It sounds like good and hot. My lettuce hydroponic pH down to 3 and 5.9 for 30 days. Need to change. Yes, definitely. 3.0 is too acidic. You need to move it back to 5.9. Sometimes pH fluctuate because sometimes people say, hey, you know what? You can use lime juice or vinegar to fix your pH. But, some people don't know that lime and vinegar is just a temporary solution because it doesn't keep it permanent. In a few days, it jump right back. So if you use vinegar and lime to adjust your pH, in a few days, it'll come right back to where it was. So, you have to check it often. So I would say use pH down because that gives it a constant reading when you check it. The Pepper X, I hear a lot about the Pepper X, and I think that they're not available. I don't think it's for sale. It's only for making hot sauce. There's a hot sauce called The Last Dab, and I think it's made from the Pepper X. Other than that, I don't know anyone who's ever grown one. I think it's not available. Is hydrogen peroxide good for pH? No, hydrogen peroxide is not, it doesn't change pH too much, I would say. It does help with some algae problem. And you know, it helps with a certain things here and there, but I don't use it that often. Jesse say Pepper X is bogus. I don't know. I can't confirm. uh, Rocky Mountain peppers. If you have a ton of peppers, extra pepper, would you make it hot sauce powder? Yeah, you know, I do a lot of stuff with my extra ones. So first of all, I freeze them because you know I use hot sauce all throughout the year, and I freeze a lot of my peppers so that in the winter time when I don't have fresh peppers, I can go to my freezer and take it out and make hot sauce anytime I need some. I make pepper powder. I dry them, and also I make a lot of chili oil, guys. If you have not made chili oil with your peppers, you have to try it. It's amazing. I have a video on YouTube that I showed you guys how to do it, so check it out. It's one of the things that I always have around the house. It's a must-have. Yeah, my baby's awake, so I might have to cut out very soon. He's waking up right now. Aerogarden support hydrogen peroxide for algae issues. You know, yeah, yes, hydrogen peroxide will eliminate some of the algae problem, but I wouldn't recommend using too much in it. You know, it's just sometimes my Aerogarden when I do have algae, I take it to my backyard and I spray the roots down with a hose that get rid of everything. Mix a new batch of nutrients, put it right back, and we're all set. Oh, they do? Oh, that's great, Jesse. Thanks for that. Jesse said that the Aerogarden website provided a breakdown of how much peroxide to use for algae. That's great. That's good to know because I really don't know the exact amount. Yeah, I would assume that you only use a little bit. How do I clean the cracky containers? Okay, so here's a trick. I mean, it's actually not a trick, but that's what I usually do. When I grow in cracky, even 1 gallon or 5 gallons, I use 2 buckets, right? Uh, what I did is that I have 2 buckets. So when I change nutrients, all I do is I take the lid and put it into the new bucket, and that's it. Mix the nutrients and ready. So that's the easiest way to do it. So have two identical containers. So when you need to change nutrients, mix a fresh one and pick up the lid and just move it over, and then you're all set. That way you don't have to mess with all the stuff. You know, a lot of people use distilled water. Um, I I personally have never used it because I really don't want to spend the extra money to do it because it works fine without distilled water. So, but if you use it before and it works great, that's awesome. Silverwing, you know, a hot sauce that you can use with 3 peppers. That's awesome. You should share that with us. Yes, you know, hot sauce is it's amazing. It's one of those things that by using just different pepper varieties, you can actually change the flavor of your hot sauce. So that's why every season I grow multiple varieties, and I picked out a few here and there, and I mix and match them, and it will change the flavor of your hot sauce, and it's just amazing how just a simple different peppers can make your hot sauce taste different. What is AC water? I'm not. You mean like water that comes out of the air conditioner? I'm not sure what that is. I'm sorry. I'm trying to read the comments there. If you use soft water, you mean soft water meaning it doesn't have minerals in it. So if you use soft water, you may have to use additional minerals like cow mag and stuff like that. So it depends on what you're growing. So you may be able to get away with just regular nutrients. Atlantic City water. If your hot sauce end up being too runny, I would recommend using a sort of like a base pepper. Like say, for example, use some bell peppers to give it the texture. So if you use bell pepper, it'll give that texture and it will no longer be runny. But there's also artificial things that you can use, like in some of the hot sauce, they use like this xanthan gum or whatever. I'm not sure what it's called, but that helps thicken up the sauce. I don't use it, but I've seen people use it. Yeah, xanthan gum. Yeah, that's it. And that helps thicken up the liquid. But that's artificial stuff. So I'm not sure if you're okay with that, but that's what a lot of people use. Herb Booth, what's up, buddy? Long time no see. Herb is Herb or Herb? What? I'm sorry, Herb. Very popular guy. I don't sell any seeds, but you can actually trade for them in Pepper Lovers community on Facebook. Thank you, D Grails. Thank you for that great message. Let's see here. You should make yourself a hottest sauce yet with Carolina Reapers and all that stuff. Sometimes when you mix all the hot peppers together, it's just as hot as eating the hottest pepper. I guess I'm not sure how hot you can make your sauce, but some I usually make them really hot, but I also want flavor. If it's just too hot that I can't eat and enjoy, then it's not good for me, I guess. Have I thought about selling my own line of seeds? Growing pepper is just a hobby for me. So I don't intend to make money off of this stuff. This is something I'm passionate about, and if I do sell it, my friend Chris and I got together and we're thinking up an idea to sell seeds, but it's only all of it is going to go to charity. I don't really care to make any profit off of these seeds. Actually want people to just share them. I don't sell them. So if we do sell them, it's gonna go to charity. Do you do any fermentation? Yes, I do. I do ferment hot sauce. There's a video that I did already on how I did my fermented sauce. And if you guys have never tried fermented sauce, it actually brings out a different flavor of your pepper. So it's amazing. It's like beer. You gotta ferment it, or like a whiskey, you gotta ferment it for age it and stuff like that. So the longer you do it, the flavor changes. So it's amazing. You guys hear my baby? He's just like in his bed trying to make. What does Kang Star mean? Kang is my name. So that's. Oh yeah, look, somebody's sharing the hot sauce. Yeah, guys, there's a lot of hot sauce recipe, and some, on Pepper Lovers community, there's so many people making hot sauce, and they are just all amazing. Oh, I gotta show you. So this here, the Crimsicle Dreaming. I just got this from Jared L. Smith on Pepper Lovers community, and this is a sweet sauce, and my goodness, it's amazing. I could literally drink this thing because it's a sweet sauce. It has the perfect kick. So I put this on what was it the other day? My burger, I guess. But I think this is just great on everything. But it's a sweet sauce. Look at the color of this. So if you guys seen Jared on Pepper Lovers Community, ask him about this. This is amazing. And I just got this and I opened it right away. I think they use either cane sugar or honey, and those are usually what most people use. Sometimes regular sugar. Dino, thank you for joining me. You're welcome. If you've never done Facebook, a lot of people are reluctant to use Facebook, and I don't have Facebook for anything else except Pepper Lovers Community. So maybe you can just use it for that. Grails, for sure, buddy. I mean, if you keep in contact, anything you need, I'm open to ideas, growing stuff. Maybe send you some seeds or whatever. Oh man, yes, lemon starburst in Greece. Thank you. We are trying to have lemon starburst grown all over the world. Let me share with you a map. So this is from Jesse. Where's the lemon starburst map so I can show it to everybody? Yeah, I forgot, but Jesse has a lemon starburst map that shows where people are growing it around the world. So I think what we're trying to do is get the lemon starburst to be the very first pepper to be grown in every countries in the world. So yeah, yes, that was awesome. NorCal Fly. Yes, someone from NASA did I did hear that, but I'm not sure how far that's going to go. But if it gets to be grown at NASA, that would be amazing. Norway. My buddy is from Norway, Chris Bransdahl. He's on Facebook and he's also on Pepper Lovers Community. Uh, Chris is from Norway and he has a ton of lemon starburst. He grows all kinds of stuff. It's an amazing guy. He has an indoor garden too to grow in the wintertime because Norway's has a really short season, I would say. So I would get with Chris and see. Yeah, for sure. People in Norway are growing lemon starburst right now. I think there's so many people in Europe that already have lemon starburst seeds. Try to find them, and they will share it with you. Join Pepper Lovers. I'm sure that someone there is from Europe that can join, or that can send to Poland. Lemon starburst in California. I think it's all over California already. What's my favorite peppers? Lemon Starburst for sure. The peach Star Kiss is great. I love a lot of the Thai varieties, like the white Thai. I grow those every year. And I never go without the white Thai peppers. Those are just amazing. And I love like the Jay's Peach Ghost Scorpion. I grow that almost every year. Okay, I'm gonna go to a few more comments and then let's see. Yes, Pepper Lovers is still on MeWe. It's still there. There's still people there, sharing stuff. Rob, my buddy Rob. Haven't seen you in a while. Have you done any fishing lately, Rob? Yes, we should grow the lemon starburst in Kuwait also, and anywhere if you can get seeds for them. Bob, how are you, Bob? Good to see you, Bob. Okay, I'm trying to read the comments here. Is the lemon Starburst as hot as a habanero? Yes, it is. It actually is as hot as a habanero. You can actually watch reviews of a lot of the reviews that people already done on the lemon Starburst. So search on YouTube for lemon Starburst review, and you will see. Bob, you all settled in? Yeah, winter is here. So I mean, in Texas, it's here, but it's not here yet. So I still have peppers growing right now. Yes, my little son is he's awake. So usually we kind of let him chill for a little bit, and then we go get him. So I'm about to go get him right now, guys. So I have to end this session. And thank you so much for joining me. It's been fun. I think we should do this more often because this is the opportunity for me to answer a lot of the questions that I missed in some of the videos because having young kids, it's very hard to make time. So yeah, thank you for joining me. So I'll see you guys soon.